If there was a game where Kairi gets to do the least, it's Kingdom Hearts 2. On my quest to finally show that Kairi does, in fact, do stuff in Kingdom Hearts, I have made a shocking discovery. Out of the 11 hours and 44 minutes of Kingdom Hearts 2 cutscenes, during the 662 individual scenes, Kairi only shows up for 30 of them. 42 minutes. That's it. I thought to myself, I must have forgotten. I'm sure Kairi does a lot in that game. So I had to go back and check. But no, Kairi exists for 42 minutes. If you don't count the intro, you don't count the credits, about 42 minutes. She's officially the Boba Fett of Kingdom Hearts. So now I'm going to explain to you what she does during those 42 minutes and why she gets screwed over. At the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, Kairi was benched. She was abandoned by her friends and left back home with Selphie. She spent 360 days studying and living a normal life, and no one could remember Sora. No one could remember Sora, and no one cared that Riku went missing. Riku always wanted to leave, and he successfully ran away after almost a year of everyone being gone. When Kairi and Selphie were walking down the street, suddenly, Kairi started to remember a boy from her childhood. The memory was faint, but she felt like he was important to her. Selphie assumed she meant Riku, that gay kid who ran away about a year ago. But there was another guy, and somehow, no one in this town remembered this guy. Suddenly, Kairi had a vision, and she spoke to a boy named Roxas. And it's then that she remembered him, Sora. He was the first person she met on the islands, and he and Riku made a promise to her that they would protect her. Sora said he would bring back her good luck charm. So Kairi wrote a letter to this mysterious boy. She wrote all of her feelings and her pain. She had powerful feelings about this guy, and she could just barely remember him. And she needed him to know how she felt about it. She needed both of them to know that they would all be together again, that she still had hope. So she put that message in a glass bottle and sent it out to sea, hoping that in some way he would hear her message. Not soon after, a dark portal appeared, and a sassy redhead named Axel told her that they were gonna be great friends, that they both lost someone they cared about, and with her help, they would see them again. Understandably, Kairi decided to run from this shady guy with face tattoos, and with her magic dog Pluto, she ran through a mystical portal. She made new friends with the locals, and she felt like someone brought her here, someone important. But before she could figure out what was going on in Twilight Town, Axel appeared again and grabbed her. She tried to fight back, but seeing as Axel was an assassin who fought hundreds of shadow demons for years, and she was a confused teenager with no fighting experience or weapons, it was pretty easy for him to capture her. Then, for over 300 individual scenes of Disney fun, Kairi sat in timeout, waiting for someone to let her out of girl jail so she could finally do something, anything. She prayed to the holy god Namora, "Please let me do something, please!" Eventually, he answered her prayers. A witch that was created when she saved Sora in the last game freed her. Her other half, Naminé, the person she's been feeling psychically connected to this entire time. Together, they ran away holding hands, and they were saved by a mysterious man. It was Riku, but he wasn't himself. He was transformed by darkness. Kairi and him worked together, and she was given a Keyblade from out of nowhere. She and Riku found Sora. Sora was shocked how much time had passed, how much older Kairi was. He was confused how she got all the way from the islands to him. They shared an awkward hug, and Kairi explained that Riku was a big, strong man now. Sora fell to his knees and cried. After a year of looking for Riku, after an entire game where he leveled up his drive forms and fought real hard, he finally found him. The three of them were back together. Riku turned back to normal, and the gang fought the evil Xemnas. And just before Sora and Riku were about to save the day, that boy from the beginning talked to Kairi, and that witch who saved her was there too. They spoke to each other. They realize that as long as Sora and Kairi spend time together, the two of them won't be apart. This was a big emotional moment, despite the fact that Roxas and Naminé only really spoke to each other for about a week. But things were finally going to be the way they were meant to be. They were going to be recompleted, full people. And Sora and Kairi were definitely going to spend time together, 100%. Kairi merged with Naminé, and Naminé's heart waited inside her until the day she could be whole again. Roxas did the same thing with Sora, and after the day was saved, after Sora and Riku had their heart-to-heart, Kairi was back home, and the worlds were saved. But there was one problem. Yet again, Kairi was all alone. Sure, she got to swing a sword for 5 seconds, and sure, she got to have someone's heart waiting inside her like everyone else. But she was still alone. Everything was lost. But somehow, through the power of friendship, her letter that she wrote at the beginning reached Sora. And with that letter, with this wayfinder of emotional power, Sora and Riku could go home. They could open a portal to finally come back home after a long year away. Despite Nomura's best efforts, that for 3 hours and 36 minutes of cutscenes, Kairi was left alone, confused, in girl jail. Without Kairi, Sora and Riku would have been picnicking in the land of darkness forever. But thanks to her letter, the franchise continued. Kairi's story started off so good, with so much potential. In Kingdom Hearts 1, she saved Sora, she had a mysterious past, she created a magic, gaslighting, gatekeeping girl boss witch named Naminé, and she waited for over a year to finally come back into the story. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, she was forced to the sidelines, she was only a prop to be kidnapped, she was used by the bad guys as a tool to make Sora fight harder, and that's a real shame. Because Kairi is an interesting character. She told Axel to F off. She wasn't afraid when they imprisoned her. She fought the Heartless with absolutely no training. And she mocked Sora for always needing her to bail him out. Kairi isn't the problem. The way she was treated was the problem. People can be very harsh to Kairi. But ultimately, in a game with 13 bad guys and many, many, many Disney movies crammed in the game twice, Kairi still didn't get enough screen time. Hopefully, in the next video, in the coming games, she can actually have some agency. Anyway, I'm Aloney the Bard, and that's the 42 minutes of gameplay that she got to be in. Thanks for listening. Bye. Whew, man. I procrastinated a lot on this one. I really thought she did more. I really did have to go back and double check. I actually triple checked. I learned that if you grab a bunch of different video files, you can actually mass select them and then hit properties, and it tells you exactly how long all those clips are together. And Kairi really did not get a lot of time in the game. She really did get benched. She's in the beginning, she shows up in the first act turn, and then she kind of gets put to the sidelines until she shows up at like scene 400, and then she's locked in a cage for 200 scenes. It's kind of sad. Anyway, on a brighter note, in October, I'm streaming a bunch of different stuff. Tricks and treats, scary things and fun things. It should be pretty good. I've been really enjoying my time off. I just moved all the furniture around in my apartment, and I am tired. I don't think that Nomura is sexist. I just think that Kingdom Hearts 2 has so much filler in the middle that Kairi kind of gets pushed to the wayside. So if you like this video, here's some women that actually get to do stuff in Kingdom Hearts. Here's a video about Xion, and here's the first video I made about Aqua. See you loners later. Bye.